Hi everyone. In today's video, we'll be going over the bulk data upload feature. To be able to use this feature, you need to log into the system as a system admin. So the system admin account is actually a more secure account which has extra privileges that you can access. For example, the leave configuration aspect of the system, as well as the bulk data upload aspect, which is what we're going to look at today. If you need more information regarding the system admin account, please contact your implementation consultant. So let's jump right into the admin bulk data upload section. So what this feature allows you to do is you can upload data into the Orange HRM system. And when I say data, I am referring to employee data. All right, so that's the information that you can access via the PIM employee list. So let's get started with a standard upload. So before you can upload any data into the system, you first need to download a template from the system. All right, so you can see here we have the download template button here in purple. Let's click on that. And there are two kinds of uploads that we support at this time. We have admin and PIM module uploads. Let's have a look at the admin module uploads first. Under the admin data template download screen, you will see the available options here. So these are the available data templates that you can download for the relevant sections. So we have custom tabs, custom sections, custom fields, work shifts, salary components, and locations. So ideally, before you upload any employee data, you will need to first upload administrative, or we would call it master data. So this is the master data information that you will be able to upload. You can select, again, you can deselect or select the appropriate sections that you'd like to upload data for, and then select the format. Ideally, we would go with the Excel 2007 format at this moment in time. Download template. So this will download a Excel spreadsheet that you can then open up. So here we have the template where you can upload new custom tabs, or I would say create new custom tabs, new custom sections, and new custom fields, as well as work shifts, salary components, and locations. So you can add or upload new data into this system by simply typing it into this template and then uploading it back into the system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload just a location or two into this system just to show you how the uploader works. To do that, I'm just going to close this and select the location option here and download template again. All right, you might get a error message or two, just ignore that. All right, so this is the location sheet where I'm going to add a location into the system. So I'm going to say London office. All right, that's the new location. Or let's add a couple of locations. All right. So name and country are mandatory, and the other fields are optional at this stage. So either way, let's just save this. I'm just going to save it on my desktop here. And jump back into the system. And go back to the previous screen that we were on. So once you've downloaded the template and filled it in, you can then click on New Bulk Upload. Select the category. So in this case, we're going with the admin upload for locations. And you can now start the upload process by filling in some very basic information here. So let's just say, let's give this upload a name so we can identify it later. Location upload for UK. Okay, put a description as well if you'd like. And then you can select the file. So I'm just going to select the file that we just filled in with the 2 locations. You'll need to make sure that you select the little disclaimer box there, check that box, and click on Submit. Alright, so here we have the progress sheet, progress grid. So I'm going to click on Continue here. Alright, so step 1 is where we select this upload mode. Alright, and you can see there are 2 options. There's Update Existing Data and Insert New Data, and there's Ignore Existing Data and Insert New Data. So let's go with Update. Either way, for this situation we're inserting 2 new locations, so it doesn't matter, but I think the first option makes more sense, so let's go with that. And next. Okay. Alright, the next screen we have here is the column mapping screen. Alright, just to make sure that we're on the right, we've done the mapping right. Alright, for all the columns. Alright, so name, country. So if your Excel that you're uploading, or the template that you're uploading back into the system is in a different mapping, meaning the row or the columns are in different places, or they've been rearranged, you can sort of remap them here. Ideally though, we wouldn't recommend making any changes to how the columns are arranged. So as you download the template, make sure that that's the same sort of mapping or format that you upload back in. So either way, we don't have to do any changes here. Just make sure that the field names match the names of the fields in the system here, right? So that's fine. So we can go ahead and click Next again. And the third screen we have is the validation screen. So this is where you have the grid here, the Excel grid. All right, so you have the columns, so name, country, basically the same columns we had in the Excel file. If you see red anywhere, it's because of the requirement to have this data in these fields. I think for time zone, yeah, we can leave this blank actually. So let's just go ahead and select the blank option. Alright, so you can see that the city and postal code, these cannot be null. Again, these are actually fields that you need to have. So let's say you forget to add something into the Excel template. You can just type it in here in the data validation section, right? So I'll just type in London here. So you will see a message that says cannot be null. Sheffield. Alright, postcode. Well, for this situation, I'm just going to type in some samples here. Alright. And any changes you make to the data in here needs to be saved. So we have the Save Changes button. So make sure you click on that. Alright, looks good. So I think we should be able to go next. Okay, you will get a confirmation box here that you need to click on OK to proceed with the upload. Alright, next we have the verification screen. Nothing really you have to do here, just click on Next. And then we have the summary screen where we have sort of a quick snapshot of what was done. So we have number of inserts and there's 2 there. So that's always good to see. And I think we have next sheet, and I think that should complete the upload. Yeah, and there we go, it's completed. Alright, so there's one way to verify this upload completed successfully. Obviously we would need to log in as an admin and make sure that the 2 new locations have been added in. So let me just do that. Alright, so let me just log out and log in back as an admin. So again, this is a demo system. Alright, so we can check the locations via the admin organization, locations menu item here. We have all the locations here, so we added 2 new locations in for the UK. I'm just going to sort by country here, makes it easier. Okay, so we have London and Sheffield. Alright, so the upload seems to have worked just fine, successfully completed, and we can now go ahead and add in employees to these 2 new locations. Alright, So let's proceed with the uploading of employee data. All right, so let me just log back out and log in back as a sysadmin. And let's go ahead now and upload in some employee data. All right, so admin bulk data upload again. Now this time we're going to go with PIM. So let's download a PIM template. Select. All right, so you can see here that there's quite a lot more options than the admin template. So obviously in the PIM template we have the different sections in the PIM profile, and each section has its own sheet. So we have employee information, termination, job, salary, records, components, and so on. So quite a comprehensive list of options here that you can select from. Um, we even have the ability to upload custom fields, as I mentioned before. So these are the different custom field sections or custom tabs with custom sections. Um, so yeah, you can select whatever options you'd like. So for this upload, I'm not going to go with all the sheets selected. I'm just going to go with maybe, let's deselect all of these here at the bottom. Let's just have the information and job record. Yeah. And let's say we're uploading 5 employees. Yeah. Again, Excel 2007, and let's download this template. All right, let's open that up. Yes. Okay, so you can see here there's the employee info and the job record sheet. And so I'm just going to go ahead and fill this up with a couple of sample employee records, and let's move forward from there. All right, so I've got some data populated here in this template that we downloaded for 5 employees. A couple of things that I want to um, point out before we proceed with the upload. When it comes to dates, make sure that the, the data entered into this date field, any date field. So we have the license expiry date here, as well as we have date of birth as well here in the employee information sheet. And under the job record sheet, we have join date, probation end date, date of permanency. So quite a few date fields. For all date fields, make sure that the formatting of the date field is in a date format. So as long as Excel recognizes it, or whatever spreadsheet software you're using recognizes that data as a date field, so you can see here it's a date, that should be fine. And ideally, I would actually format this date field to this format here. So we have this format here. So we have day, month, and year listed in this manner here. So this is the format that the system, or the uploader that we're going to use, is going to read this data in. So it's always good to have this format for any dates, just to make sure you don't have any problems when you're uploading the data. So I'm going to do that right now. Just change the format for all the dates here. So one more field under the job record. We have the join date, which I will format. And I think we're good to go. So we have the locations, subunits, job categories, employment status, job titles, and join date, and we have the IDs. So the system will basically use the IDs to know where to place this data, right? So make sure that the employee IDs you use here match any other sheet that you have in your template. Yeah. Um, the uploader will basically use the ID to upload the data into those records. All right, I think we're good to go. So let's go ahead and yep. All right, so I'm going to log back in here. All right, jump back right into the bulk data upload screen under the admin module. So we can have a new bulk upload again. This time we select PIM. All right, let's just say, so you can give this again a short name and a description. Say you duplicate PIM and job upload. So you can be specific. You can say London. And again, this information is just for yourself, so that you know what this upload consists of, what the employee data is in this file that you're uploading. I'm going to select the file. That's the one, PIM, and submit. So the system will detect what sheets you're uploading data for. So we have 2 sheets in the file that we uploaded, employee info and job info, 5 records, and you have some, again, the 5 steps of mapping, setup mapping, validation, verification, and the upload itself. And nothing started yet, so we're just going to get started here. So let's continue to move to the first step, which is the setup, where we select the upload mode. I'm going to go with the first option, update existing data and insert new data. Next. Alright, so again, the column mapping seems to be alright here. Cyan number. If I sort of move columns around, then I can remap them, correct them here in this screen by clicking on edit and selecting the appropriate column or data field header. That's fine. So no changes there. Next. Okay. Alright, so the next step would be to actually validate the data. Again, you can have the Excel sort of spreadsheet view here. Again, wherever you see red, just see if you can, again, for this specific field, smoker, there's a validation. You just select the fields. If it's blank, just press the delete button, or just select, you can even select the empty option there. Alright, so let's scroll right, make sure that everything else is okay, so the dates are formatted correctly. So as I mentioned before, this is the date format that the system recognizes, which is why I recommended it. So make sure that before you upload the data file into the uploader, the date should be in this format. Alright, we have another required field here. This is actually not a required field in the PIM, but let's see if you can delete that and keep it at blank for now. We have the date of birth, nationality, and marital status there. So let's save and go next. Okay. Alright, successfully completed. One more step. Okay, so we have number of updates and number of inserts there. Alright, so what this means is we've actually well, I've mistakenly updated 4 records probably because of the ID, but as you can see, there were a total of 5 records. 1 new record has been inserted, and we've updated 4 records that were already there in the system. Again, the system recognized the records being in the system already based on the employee ID. So if the ID matches any ID in the system, it will just replace whatever data was in the database. It'll replace it with what you've uploaded in the Excel sheet. So let's go to the next sheet, which is the job record sheet. So we've got the first sheet there completed 100%, and we're now moving on to the second sheet, job information, job record. Continue, again, the same process. We can select the upload mode, selecting the first option, column mapping, just a quick overview of that before we click on next, just to make sure that everything's in the right place and mapped well. Alright, so again, we have the IDs, and this is the job information. So we have join date, job title, and so on. Everything seems to be okay here. I don't see any reds. A red would mean that there's an issue somewhere, so I don't see any red highlighted cells, which means that no issues detected. I'm just going to save this and click on next. Okay. All right, so as you can see here, we've got again a couple of updates and an insert. So let's go to the final overview here, and that's it. That's the end of the upload. So the next step would be again verify that this information has been uploaded in. So I'm going to log in as an administrator and have a look. All right, so I'm going to log in as an admin and verify that this data, oops, that the data upload we just conducted was successful. All right, so going to the PIM employee list. Let's just sort by ID. So we uploaded employees, should be on page 2. All right, starting with 1001. So there we have John Smith, Lisa Andrews, Terry, Michael, and Louise. All right, and as you can see, they're all in the UK-based office. And I can just verify by going into an employee's profile and viewing their information. Yeah, let's have a look at the job information as well. Yeah, so it seems to be all correct and uploaded in. And yeah, that's pretty much the pretty much how you would upload data. And again, the data upload tool, as we've seen today, can also be used to update employee records that are already in your Orange HRM database. All right, as long as the IDs match, you can update data as well. If you have any questions about the or any queries or issues related to the data upload tool, please contact our code support team or your Orange HRM consultant. Thank you.